Hi guys, if you missed class on Friday, November the 13th or Monday, November 16th, um, if you're an A day, you're going to T2 week 4, clicking on 1113, balancing equations to solve. If you are a B day, you're clicking on T2 week 5 and you're clicking on 1116. Okay, once you get into your Jamboard, the first slide you should see is a warm-up slide. Okay, and you have 4 angry teachers on one side that are very, very hungry. And then you've got 12 tacos on this side. You are trying to split up tacos per teacher and seeing how many tacos each teacher will get. Okay, you could have counted how many tacos you had and how many teachers you had, divided the 12 tacos by the 4 teachers, so 12 divided by 4 gives you 3, or you could have separated them like I did and given 1 taco to each teacher and then distributed them evenly, which gives you 3 tacos per teacher. The next slide, you need to erase one of the coins because there's one too many. So if you just click on it and hit erase, or click on it and press delete, it'll erase it. You should only have 12 coins. This one you are trying to determine how many coins are in each bag and you're writing it on the blank. Our learning target for today is to solve equations using a model, and basically a model is a picture of the equation that you're given. Okay, the key for today is to keep the balance. So we're going to be given balance beams with either numbers or pictures on them. Our goal, or the way we're going to solve this, is by removing equal amounts of ones from each side, removing equal amounts of x's from each side, and then we're going to create groups of ones. We're going to distribute them for however many x's we have left. Okay, but the key to today is whatever we take off from one side, we have to take it off from the other side. So if you take it off on the left, you have to take it off on the right, so that way you can keep the balance. Okay, we move to slide 4. Our first example is shown. We've got an equation that says 3b plus 2 is equal to 2b plus 6. If you look at your scale, there are 2 sides on it, a left side and a right side, and that is what we see in our equation as well. If we draw a line down the equal sign, you can see that there's a left side and a right side. Okay, so if we look at our picture, the picture shows 3 bags, which represents the 3b, and then the plus 2 are the 2 coins here. On the right hand side, you've got 2b, which are 2 bags, plus the 6 coins. And so now we're going to try to solve for the letter b by removing ones and x's from each side. Okay, so let's see, I'm going to remove 1 coin from the left, so that means I have to remove it from the right. If I remove 1 coin from the left, I've got to also remove it from the right. Okay, I'm done removing coins because I ran out of coins on the left-hand side. Whatever's on the right needs to stay there. Okay, the thing that I do have on both sides are bags now, so I've got to go and remove those. If I remove 1 bag on the left, I have to remove a bag on the right. If I remove a bag on the left, I have to remove a bag on the right. And now what I'm left with is B, or a bag, is equal to 4 coins. So that would be my final answer. B equals, we can put the number 4 right here. Slide 5 is similar to the one before this one. You can hit pause and solve this one. We're going to move on to slide 6. Okay, this one is a lot like the ones before it, except now you have x's and ones to represent the equation. Slide 7 is also like the slides before this, except you've got sticky notes and x's and ones. So go ahead and try to do this one on your own. Slide 8 is a little bit different because this one starts with the equation. You've got to create a model that matches the equation, and then you're solving for the variable that's in the equation. So in class, I went ahead and split up the problem already. I grabbed a sticky note, I picked the color that I wanted, and I typed the letter X on it. Once you make it the size that you want, you can copy and paste it. To copy it, you press Control and the letter C. If you press Control and the letter V, you can paste however many of the same image you want. So I'm going to go ahead and move 3 of them to this side because it's 3x, right? I only need 1 X on this side, so I'm going to go ahead and erase the other ones that I made. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do another sticky note, different color. This time it's going to have a 1 on it. I'm going to make them as small as I can because I need more than I did of the X's. So I'm going to do Control C and then Control V to paste however many I need. And I'll just erase whatever I don't use. 3, 4, 5, and then on this side I needed 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, sorry. I was seeing things. Okay, so now that we have our picture set up, okay, we can start removing things to solve for X. So let's see, if I take off an X on the left, I've got to take off an X on the right. Take off a 1 on the left, take it off on the right, 1 on the left, 1 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 on the right. So now this time I'm left with 2 X's. I like to separate them, 1 on top, 1 on bottom. It helps me separate my ones because I have to evenly distribute them so that way I can see what X represents. So in this problem, X is equal to 1, so my final answer would be 1. Slide 9 is also a slide that you have to create the image before you can solve for X. Slide 10 is the last one I'm going to go over. This one is writing the equation first to match the picture, and then we're solving for X. So because I have a left side and a right side, I know that I'm going to have an equal sign. Okay, if I count how many X's I have, the number in the front is what we call the coefficient, the big number. There's 3 of those, so I put a big 3 with the letter X because that's the variable in the picture. Plus, I counted my single ones. Together they made 6. Is equal to the right side, so I count how many X's I have. I've got 5 on this side. Plus single ones, I have 2. So now that my equation is set up, I can start solving for X by removing the same thing from each side. So I'm going to take an X on this side, an X on this side, X here, X here, X here, and X here. I'm done removing X's. I only have them on the right now. Now I'm going to go ahead and remove some 1s. I've got a 1 here and a 1 here, a 1 here and a 1 here, and I'm done removing 1s because I only have them on the left. I'm going to arrange these as I did before, so that way it's easier for me to separate my 1s and I can group them horizontally without having to move them to the other side, right? Because I want to keep the balance. I know that X is equal to 2, and that's our final answer. So go ahead and finish the rest of the slides. On slide 12 and 13, if you notice, there is a negative in the equation for those. So when you're done and you have 1s that are left, you're going to count them and your answer will be a negative answer.